Um, yeah, I think now Chan is here, and it's almost time. And I know we are 3 countries that we are hosting Chan: the Kenya, Tanzania, and Uganda. So it will be a good tournament. It will be a good tournament before the main African Cup of Nations in 2027. So this will give us also the test of how the big one will be.
Chan, what are the benefits of the 3 countries, Kenya, Tanzania and Uganda?
I think the benefits is benefits of the Chan. It will be here mostly outside football. I say it will be like the tourism, and also the countries getting to getting foreigners, hosting foreigners. It will boost a bit of tourism in the 3 countries. And the other thing will be also the talent of local players. I know there will be a lot of scouting, and the scouts can come and poach some players. That's one of the biggest benefits. So if a player is competing in Chan and is doing well, there will be a chance for the player to move abroad for better career.
And what's all about? What do you talk about the group stages of the 3? Who is having the higher chances of proceeding to the next round?
Yeah, I would say Tanzania have the highest chance, and then considering their group how it is, and then we say Uganda a little bit, but Kenya we are in a group of death because our group is not easy. We will be depending also with the quality of our players and also the fan base, and we are at home, so that it will be a plus for us. So we'll be looking to use that as our higher weapon to try and get out of the group.
And for the minutes you have sat here, how do you see Ugandan talents and football?
Yeah, I'm here and I've seen the training here in NEC, and I've seen the NEC team, how they train, and the quality of players. I think is really high, considering what I've seen before in my country as well. Here the competition also is really good, and as you said, they are going to play in CAF. For I think the way they are training and the quality of players, I think they have a good team to compete in CAF Championship.
Victor, if we were to say, what's your relationship, you and Mustafa Kizza?
Kizza, for me, Kizza is my young brother. I've been with Kizza in the same team. I went to Montreal, and Thierry Henry gave me a call, and he said I have a good young Ugandan left back, and I really like him, and I think you will like him if you see him. He's a good player. Then I was thinking like, who's this? Let me see who's this. And then Kizza arrived, and from the moment just I saw Kizza, we met and we spoke, and we really became close. And Kizza's quality was really amazing. I liked him since I saw like what he can do also on the pitch, and he's also a good guy outside the pitch, very professional, very disciplined, and from there we just clicked and we became friends. He was coming to visit me and my family, and I also was close to his family as well, and like that we became friends.
Victor, what does it take to play at the very top, like likes of the Premier League? Because, for example, case in point, in Uganda, I have never had anyone play at such a top level. And what do you think it takes to play at that level? And what do you think probably we are lacking in the East African countries, because we don't take many compared to our West African counterparts?
I think in Uganda, not in Uganda only, in East Africa, I'll say. In East Africa, we have very good talent. We have good players who can play abroad easily, who can play in Europe. And the thing is, like, you know, sometimes there is a lack of, maybe I would say self-belief, but I can say maybe when you make a first step to go abroad, then you relax maybe. A lot of players tend to relax maybe a little bit, and there is when the work begins. You know, when you go there, the people there, they expect you to be, when they take you from East Africa and you go abroad, the people there, they expect you to be 10 times better than their local players, because otherwise they won't bring you there. So when you go there and then you start well, you need to continue with what you've been doing, and you have to do always, you know, you have to be always better, always good in training, in games. And I know it's not easy like that. And a lot of players maybe go there and maybe the chance of, maybe they are not ready to immediately jump to starting 11, then they maybe give up. And some of them, you know, they want to go quicker, you know, they want to, there is, I always say there is ladder, or there is steps. You cannot just come from down here to top, so you need to make good steps. And sometimes we are not patient enough. We want to come from here to top, and then it's difficult when you come from here and then to the top. When you skip all these levels, then it's always tough to stay there. The only thing then you do, you just like go down. You can't stay there. So what I always say is players have to, you know, work hard, believe in themselves, and you know, there is timing. Everybody will have their time. Be patient. Don't go to the other leagues that they are irrelevant, because some people go to the leagues that they are not really. They go to the leagues that they are not really competitive, and from there to make another step, it gets tough.
Looking at the competition at the high level, and then back to our countries, Uganda, Kenya, and these other countries, do you also believe there is an issue when it comes to facilities, maybe even the weather, maybe even the food? Because I understand now you have lived the experience and you can better tell.
I think the food is good. We have the best weather, I think. We have the best weather, one of the best weather in Africa, also in the world, I would say, because that's not an issue. I think, you know, football is discipline. You know, looking after discipline is not just agreeing to everything, saying yes, and arriving on time. Discipline is also taking care of your body, making sure you are eating right, you're sleeping good, and do those things. Then I think your opportunity, your time will come.
As you transition from what we have a coach called Coach Stone, he's a CAF instructor. He calls it playing the second half. Like football is the first half of your life, and now the second half. How do you find life after football, or after being an active player at the top level, and now transitioning into, now schedules change, the time you used to train now is not the same time, and all that, maybe you train for leisure, something like that?
I haven't reached that point, but for me, I think you always prepare yourself, because in football there will be a time that you have to pass to the younger generation, and you have to prepare for that moment. And how you do it, if you prepare for that moment, it's not easy, but if you prepare for the moment, then it always gets easier, you know. But for me, I believe football gave me a lot, and I'll always stay in football and want to help, give back, you know, help the other ones to try and reach where we reach, or even though surpass us. So that's how I see it, you know, stay in the game and try and help the rest. And there was also a question that you asked me before this, I would like to add something, because you see like teams in two clubs in Tanzania, Simba and Yanga. They are doing well, but for me, what I believe, we have good teams also in Uganda and in Kenya that they can compete, and they're on the level of these two teams. So it's just like their league, they have invested more in their leagues, and we have to do the same, you know, invest more in our leagues, and then we see our teams rise again, and we can do well even in this African Champions League. We see a lot of teams there. They're doing well. They're earning money. So we should look also football as a business.
Coach.